Let me tell you a little story. I have a good friend. We grew up together, went through high school together, and we have been the best of friends for, I don't know, all those years. I don't even want to think about how many years it is because it'll make me feel old. But the one thing that's happened over the years is that we don't see eye to eye. We do not see eye to eye on a lot of different things. He went about that far politically as I went that far politically. And the reason that we've stayed such good friends over all these years is that we don't discuss it. Now, occasionally, we'll take a barb at each other. We'll take a little pot shot. We'll take a shot at each other and just, just a little quick shot. And he took a shot at me, I don't know, I think it was the early 90s. He'd stopped by my house. It was a Saturday morning, and I was watching George Massey, the Buzzard, on one of his television shows. George was talking about being a pick and shovel miner and the humility that comes with that. Now, my buddy listened to all this, and he stood there, and after he listened to it, he looked at me and he said, "Man, that's not humility, that's arrogant. Any man that will admit to his humbleness or his humility is being arrogant." I just kind of smiled and went on, just, okay, he took his shot. And I never gave it another thought. Well, years went by, and again, I forgot all about it. We did that, that's what we did. Well, he called me one day out of the blue and said, I took a shot at you one time and I really want to apologize for it because I really didn't know what I was talking about. Okay, refresh my memory. Tell me, what was this about? And he said, well, remember when I took that shot at that guy, that prospector guy that you like so much? I went, yep, I sure do. You said humility was arrogance. And he said, yeah, he apologized for that. And I said, can I explain to you what that actually means? And he said, sure. Now, didn't know if he'd listen or not, but I was going to give it a shot. He said, you call it arrogance. And I want to share with you, there is no such thing as arrogance when you start chasing a finger vein on the surface and you follow that vein with a pick and shovel down and down and down as you're chasing that vein until you get into a really good gold deposit. There's no arrogance in that. It's a lot of hard work. At the end of the day, you are covered in sweat, you're covered in dirt, every muscle and bone in your body aches. There's no arrogance in being out here in the middle of the Arizona desert or anywhere digging through hard pan after you've hit a target with a metal detector and you dig down a foot and a half only to find an oxen shoe. And there is absolutely no arrogance in running your dredge all day long, and when you do a cleanup at the end of the day, you find out that you've got more buckshot than you've got gold in your sluice box. There's no arrogance, but what there is pride. When you chase that finger vein and you get down to that deposit and that ore vein, man, I'll tell you what, you can be very proud of what you've done. You've followed that, you've taken it down, and you're going to work that gold. You're going to file a claim. You're going to bring money into the economy. You're going to work that material out. You're going to do a lot of things. You're going to subsidize your income. It's not arrogance. It's not arrogance at all. With your metal detector, you dig down, you pull out that auction shoe. It took you an hour and a half to dig that target out. The pride comes from knowing that you stuck with it, that you didn't give up. And even more pride comes with the fact that I'll do it again. And you just keep on detecting. And when you're out dredging, and at the end of the day, you clean up your sluice box, and there's a lot of buckshot in it, the pride comes from knowing that you've done something to clean up some incredible waste that's been in our waterways for years and years and years. I used to end every episode of Gold Trails with, I'll see you out there. But I started thinking about that, because there's so many of you out there that have no idea what it is that we do. You have no idea what it's like to go out there and find that first piece of gold, whether you're out with a metal detector or you're out dry washing or even sitting in the stream with your toes in the water using a gold pan. So instead of saying I'll see you out there, because a lot of you will probably never come out here unless you have an invitation, here you go. My name's Kevin Hoagland, the Executive Director of Development for the Gold Prospectors Association of America, and I invite you to join me out here.